Oh, hello, beautiful friends, and welcome to this moment. Oh, I'm so happy to be able to come and do another video. So it's been about 3 months since the last one, and I've been feeling a really strong pull and desire to come and start making videos again. So here I am, and I actually made a video yesterday, and then I went back and listened to the last one that I posted and just felt like the one yesterday didn't quite hit the mark. So I thought I would come and try again, and well, not try, but do again. So this is going to be a bit of a vlog and just sharing where I've been for the last 3 months. It was really fascinating to listen back to that last to that last share, and it was about this masculine energy that I was feeling at the time about being done, like the message that was coming through. And maybe go back, I don't know if you wanted to, just to recap if you've watched it already or if you've not seen it before, just to have a recap of what that was about. But it was about basically this masculine energy I was feeling within my own system, but I was hearing people around me all saying, I'm done. I'm done. And how that was showing up within my being was that the masculine energy that had been my driving force, really ultimately it was, I guess it was my fear-based energy, and I just call it the masculine because it was the part of me that was the doing. So it was about where my doing was coming from ultimately. So yeah, so in that video I shared a lot about, yeah, basically how that energy was done and about slowing down and going inward. And basically, that's what's happened to me the last 3 months. Soon after making that video, I started to feel like I lost my inspiration for making jewelry, which has been my main income. And when I make jewelry, I'm not just making pieces. They are full of intention and codes, and they channel specific energies. And if that stream of energy isn't there for me, then I don't want to just make for the sake of making. I just can't work like that anymore. It has to be full of meaning, and it has to be a genuine flow of something that wants to come through. Um, so I, so that, yeah, there was a day where I just was like, oh, I don't know what to do. I felt like I couldn't go to work. I couldn't go to my workshop. And I sat on the floor, and I started drawing the flower of life, painting the flower of life, and listening to YouTube videos. And I just sat on the floor all day doing this, and it seized my back up. And that was I've been on a 3 month journey now of healing this back pain, or just, I don't know if it was about healing the back pain. I mean, it was just like I had no choice but to go inward and to be still and to really follow my intuition. And yeah, it was fascinating. So I guess I just wanted to share a little bit about that experience and sort of the main things that came up for me. I tried writing them down earlier, thinking I'd have something to share from, but I'm just going to have a little bit of a flow and see in this moment with this field of energy what wants to be shared. So the first piece that comes to mind was trust. Okay, something else is coming in right now, just to give voice to. Oh no. Okay, I'm back. I thought it wasn't recording. I thought I hadn't recorded any of that. Okay, so the first piece that wanted to come through, what was it? The importance of going inward right now. So, we've just had a year and a half of the pandemic, and yeah, what I sense for that, and witnessing what many people have gone through, and of course it's not going to be everybody's experience, but for many people, there, especially in the beginning of lockdowns, this it freed up time for people to be able to go inward. And I actually got really busy at that point, so I didn't have that experience. But I really feel like just, yeah, the importance of going inward right now. Oh, I slightly lost my flow that I was on. Okay, maybe I'm going to come back to that, because I feel like what I'm going to share, possibly what I'm going to share in this video, like I'll unpack it a lot more throughout some other videos, and it's like certain topics coming up that want to be shared about. Did you hear that squawk? Um, I just wanted to see if I could see what it was. I think it's just a crow or a magpie or something. So, okay, so the first piece was really dropping into trust. And how did that show up for me? I mean, first of all, just knowing that there was no other choice in that moment, realizing that I absolutely had to prioritize my frequency, my well-being, just myself. I had to prioritize myself over the external. And so what I mean by that is like, maybe I was seeing that I have to go to work to get money to take care of myself, but it was almost like the flip of that. It was like I have to look after myself first, and my vibration. And these are all things that I know, but yet it, like, I don't necessarily, we can have the knowing and understanding of things, and then the embodiment of it comes. And so, yeah, I just had to completely surrender into not doing and listening and stillness. And I was in a lot of pain, and I was not sleeping well, and so I was pretty exhausted. And yeah, the pain was, I was going to say, exquisite at times. um, and I felt thankful for it, because it just gave me this break, and I had no desire to do anything else. And I really did drop into this place of trust, where I just knew it was what I had to do. And within that knowing that it was what I had to do, I knew that I would be supported, like financially, and just that my needs would be met. And they really were, in miraculous ways. And I got to the point where I was calling in, well, I was calling it miracle money. I was just like, just I need money now, like, and calling it in, and money would show up, which was just so beautiful. And wow, and I also got to see how, like, things throughout our life are orchestrated so beautifully for an outcome in the future that seems so unrelated as well. So, God, trusting the unfolding of life is a really beautiful thing. And the more that we can trust this unfoldment, the more we can become a conscious creator, I think, within our lives. And yeah, and that's such a beautiful thing, because it's showing me how I can really create a beautiful life here now, no matter what's going on in the external. I mean, there's so much fear and separation energy going on in the world right now. We're being fed so many stories and narratives, and they just don't have to be what we choose to take on. We really are free, to, I would imagine, most people watching this are free enough to make choices. We get to choose. I'm really learning that right now. I'm really learning about conscious creation. And yeah, when I was doing this video yesterday, and I was in this beautiful woodland, and I found myself saying, this is what the elementals were always teaching me, was about how to co-create with reality. And there was this beautiful moment when I mentioned them, that I felt them all the way around me. It was really magical. But now is a different moment. So yeah, I'm just taking my awareness out into the field around me. I kind of just got here and got on with making a video, and didn't really sort of stop and tune in for that long. So there's this beautiful tree next to me. So what else can I share from this time that I've been in? So one of the things that I saw when my back was out as well, it was like it's like my base, my back sort of being where my base center is, and it was like I could see like a new template coming in, and the old template leaving, and this new template coming in, and gosh, this deep inner work that we do changes all the geometry within our body, within our light body, and then that filters down into the physical, and that takes time, and it's so important that we give change time to happen within the physical. Yeah, that's just coming through in this moment. And the slowing down and the letting go, and yeah, it was an amazing experience, because basically it was the whole summer, and weather-wise we didn't have a great summer in the UK. There's a lot of rain, and actually it was perfect for me. It was so perfect, because I didn't really want to go to any festivals, and I saw lots of friends going to festivals. I mean, I barely kind of saw anybody. I really just went inward and was really with myself, and it was really beautiful to be able to come into a place of such deep trust that I am exactly where I need to be, and I don't need to be with people right now, and I just really need to honor what I'm feeling. And wow, I'm just getting really emotional as I say that. There's this feeling coming through that this is like through my words, there's this invitation for anybody listening who may feel the need for this in their own lives, to really give themselves permission to really listen to what their needs are, even or especially when it seems to go against the normal narrative of a moment, or yeah, do you feel like you're letting friends down or anything like that? Like to prioritize us coming into our fullness, coming into our true essence, allowing, giving space for that essence to really solidify within the body, is what I'm hearing. Those are the words I was given then, to really bringing that spirit into matter. I'm just seeing the piece of jewelry I want to make next. It's going to be like um, a portal piece using an aspect of the flower of life. And anyway, that's a bit of a tangent. So yes, this message of really being like you have full permission to take care of your vibration, to take care of your needs, and take time out from the external world and really go inward to allow these changes to take place. Because again, I think that, yeah, these words came through in the last video, organic ascension, and it's this one movement, this awakening happening through humanity and through the earth and through all of the star systems. I heard somebody say that the other day on a video. It's like, this isn't just happening on earth, this is happening everywhere. Ascension, like the whole universe or this whole dimension is going up an octave, so to speak. Probably not exactly what's happening, but it's just a visual. So really allowing and giving space and time for this to happen, and you're really, really, really allowed to prioritize yourself. And when you prioritize yourself and you come into harmony with yourself, then that just ripples. That ripple effect happens all the way around you. I'm just seeing it was like no coincidence that the day that my back seized up, I was creating a flower of life, painting a flower of life. It's really, gosh, whenever I work with sacred geometry, it's just so powerful. I've been mostly working with the Venus transit recently, and yeah, and really learning about Venus at this time and the embodiment of these beautiful principles of beauty and harmony and love and magic, and I'm just like, oh, that's what I know myself to be. And I for me, I need to come make these videos because it's like I need to find as many different ways of letting this energy out as possible. And I've been in real resistance to it for a long time. So this is one way of me taking care of myself, actually, is making these videos. And also is my desire to be of service. And so, yeah, I always hope, and I know that what comes through is for the collective, or it's for some, it's for somebody to hear. Wow, that was a lot more in depth than yesterday's video. I enjoyed that more than yesterday's one. That was really nice. Okay, is there anything else from this last 3 months? And maybe I'll slowly unpack it, because yeah, so where I'm at now is really, I've always been interested, and have always been aware of how I co-create, and really aware of the way I speak, and yet I have found it so hard in the past to maybe change my language, or to really have clear focus, or to really know, okay, that's the next piece that wants to come through, to really know my worth in having what I want, or having what I desire. I've been learning about the word want being like, if you say I want, you always stay in the I want. Gosh, I think that's something I knew years ago, but I didn't upgrade that in my system. So it feels like my whole system's upgrading. So yeah, I think within this stillness over the last 3 months, and just really feeling on such a deeper level my divinity, and so, and my I am presence, and my essence, and seeing that is divinity. Once we take our egos out of the way, it just, like, I mean, it's all divinity. Even our ego is divinity. But I guess I got my worth, and it's still landing. It's not fully embodied yet, but it now doesn't make sense to think that I'm not worth the things that want to happen through me, or the things that I desire to have come into my life. To think that I'm not worthy of those things just now doesn't make any sense at all. So, I've had to look at so many patterns. So much has come up. It has just been, it's been an epic journey, or like, I didn't go anywhere. Gosh, I barely went out, really. Very small walks. I couldn't do anything, really. Like, I couldn't go for long walks. I could go for a short walk, and then my back would go again. And wow, it was just sit with, be with, be with, be with it, be with it, be with it. And very magical, really, very beautiful. And, the pain was worth it. It's just fascinating how we can reframe everything. Oh, okay, I don't want to share too much, I guess, in this first one. I don't know. Is there anything else? So I can feel the feeling around the worthiness. It's just like, I feel like Spirit wants to say to you, if you're doubting at all your worthiness of anything that you are desiring, that comes from your heart, this is it this is such an important part of it, that what we are desiring is the desire of our essence and our soul and our heart. It's the desire of the earth, and it's the desire of spirit, in order for everything to come into harmony and for us to bring heaven to earth. So it's really coming into alignment with what our true desires are, our true choosing. What are we choosing for the highest good of ourselves and all beings everywhere? And when it's really true desire, it will support everything around us and beyond. So yeah, I just was really feeling like Spirit wanting to come through and just say, you are so worthy. And yeah, like I was saying earlier, once you get to that point where the notion of worthiness collapses in on itself and it no longer even makes sense to question it, because you just are, you are divinity. Yeah. As I say that as well, I just feel myself like becoming one with everything around me, just one within the field. Like I'm not separate to anything, and so for and therefore, how can I not be having what is here for me? I think that makes sense. Oh, thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for getting all the way through this. And I'm really choosing to make more videos and to share more, and we'll see how that pans out, because I really thought the last one. I thought after I made the last one that, you know, to be sharing loads regularly, and there was that big 3 month gap. But wow, it's so potent to honour our intuition, to really trust our intuition and what we know is right for us, especially if it goes against probably what you've usually been doing. It's like, you know, that thing of, what's the saying around, like, if you want to make change, you have to change the things that you're doing. You can't just keep doing the same thing and expect something different to happen. All right, beauties. Thank you for being here with me, and thank you for still watching. And yeah, I really appreciate each and every one of you, especially when you leave comments. So if you want to share anything about what's going on for you in the comments below, that would be so welcomed. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, press the like button, all of those lovely things, just to support me and to support the messages that want to come through from spirit into matter right now. To really feel like that's what it's about. So, oh, thank you for being here on this journey, and sending so much love.